back for the start of our second season. Our first one that we can have major impact on by the looks of this. I haven't spent all the wage budget yet. Got about another £8 to play with, which is pretty handy. But I'm not sure how much more signings we're looking to make. Welcome back to episode 6 of, I've nearly said London's Berlin. I was tempted to call it that, but it had no sense at all. Berlin Love. We're doing all right. We've played 2 games. We've won them both. We've got a goal difference of 5. We're starting off with a game against St. Pauli, who are one of the strongest teams in the division. I've got a ridiculous formation that I really want to try, and I'm tempted to just wing it and go for it in this game. Before we jump into the episode, though, if you could do me the favour of like and subscribing and show your support on the channel, it would be greatly appreciated. And if you are enjoying the save, then, yeah, as I say, subscribe, do all that madness. Even go and tell everyone, tell your nan, she'll love it as well. To kick off the season, 2 wins, one against Mannheim, a 2-0 win, with goals from Davis, we're going to call him Davis, and Voltemad. I think he's my favourite player. He's not even mine. And then a 3-0 win with goals from Hahn, Voltemad, and Thiessen. I've called him Thielsen all last season. And then I realised after the season finished that I'd been calling him the wrong name for a year. So awfully sorry about that there, Frank. I'm aware that none of those names meant anything to you, except our existing players. I'm not going to go through this screen, but what I'll do, I'll go into the tactics. I'll show you my audacious tactic, introduce you to our new players as well. We can kill 2 birds, 1 stone. Brilliant. We had Sir Haimsack on loan. We've extended that again for this season, so he's still with us. We've lost Verkamp, Berda, Yilmaz, and Grigorias, all on free transfers to clubs. I'll show you the release list in a second. And we've brought in all of these players on frees, except for Voltemada, who's came in on loan. So our release list, there's quite a few players. I'll move my little head out of the way just so you can see them. But basically, if there's a name that you remembered being in the team and it's no longer there, just assume that they've gone. Bernd Naring as well did a Michael Richards on me, the shit. So he took stupid amounts of money off me, as Michael Richards did at Villa, but he was injured and not very good, rather than aggressive and not very good. And then as soon as his contract finished, he retired. What a knob. Whilst we have lost quite a number of players through being released, we kept on vastly more than I thought, to be honest. So I'll show you the players that have stayed. We've got Gunter and Hahn that we're already aware of. Well, Hahn, not Gunter. Gunter's still here. It has had a bit of an impact on our cohesion. We're just teetering into the red, but that will build itself up. Managerial support's dropped. I really don't know why. Well, maybe new players. Let's just assume it's that. Tactic. Yeah, that's it. I kind of really want to do it. We have a new goalkeeper of Robin Bruseki. Decent. Came in on a free. Looks pretty strong. 1.3k. He's only 6 foot, so he's a little tiny child man, but hopefully will do an adequate job for us. Jumping reach of 11, and what's the other one? Jumping reach. What's the other one? Aerial reach. That's the one I was looking for. 12. Not the best, but he was a decent player. Bring him in. Hopefully make a little bit of money on him. Sell him in a few years. We have centre-backs at the moment of Nota and Stura, possibly. Nota came in from Nuremberg. Pretty strong again, 6'2". I'm so excited to show you my strikers. It's disgusting. It's so fun. He's pretty good. Does the job for us. And actually, I need to do him from here because my fat head's going to be in the way if I do it on the other one. 6'2". Does a job. He's 23 as well, so he's got some scope for improvement. Stura came in from Duisburg. 6'3". Pretty fast as well, to be fair. He's again going to do a pretty strong job for us. Hahn, still with us. Centre mid. Don't need to show you him. You're aware of him. We have Highland, again, still with us. Doing a job. Thiessen, he's out at left mid for this game. Still with us, hasn't left. Pinkert, still with us. He hasn't left either. Wonderful times. We do have Jacob Montes, who's came in from RWDM. I think that's a Belgian side. He's a Nicaraguan. He's pretty good. He's pretty gosh darn good. We do have Hirsch. He isn't playing yet. He's joined us quite recently. Quite adept on both feet. And I'm hoping he's going to do that Kante role, just destroying people. That's the plan. He's going to take Hahn's role and maybe drop Hahn back into normal centre back. Strikers. So I'll show you Ikanauskas. He's a Latvian who we signed in from Jablonec. Pretty strong, 6'1". Again, good on both feet. Decent aerial reach as well. Pretty good player. He's going to be one of our advanced forwards. We signed De Ville from Sandhausen. He's not the fastest, but he is 6'4", which is fun. He's a Luxembourger. So we've got a Latvian and a Luxembourger at the moment. We all know that we love an odd nationality. He's played 51 games for Luxembourg with a return of 3 goals, which is devastating. Patrick Lawan. He's a Brazilian, doesn't have any youth caps. He's 5'10". Pretty strong again. He's not managed to get on the score sheet as of yet, but as I say, we've only played 2 games. He's got a nice little bit of potential. His value 75k to 160 as well. I'm just looking at resale on all these. Bring him in, have him on for 2 or 3 years, sell him then for a small fortune, and then my piece de resistance is Nick Voltemade. I'm going to bring him up full screen. He's 6'6". He's all sorts of fun using this guy. Decent pace to him as well. I don't know how he's not strong when he's 6'6", but he has got 18 jumping reach and 14 heading, which is pretty gosh darn helpful. He's not going to be starting this game. He's going to come off the bench. His ability and potential don't look the strongest here. He's on a 2-year loan from us, which also coincides with his contract ending. So hopefully we can keep him on for there and then sign him up on a free, keep him for another year, sell him on for a profit. That's the plan. We'll see whether that happens or not in a few years' time. At the moment, we are second. Voltemade is on the top scorers. Besong from Nuremberg. He's got 5 goals already. Scored 4 in 1 game. He's doing all right. I think they've just came up, Nuremberg, Zwei. I'm not 100% sure. But if we go on, if we remember our season preview from the end of last season, we were 50-1. We are now 25-1. So we are twice as good as we were, which is splendid. We don't have any players on the Dream 11. Our top player on the list is quite far down, but it's Maurice Hirsch, followed by Alexander Hahn. It's still good. It's all good. We have a little bit of an issue with the bank balance. Yes, we do. Okay, fair enough. Our stadium isn't the best. Quite small. Could do with getting that a little bit bigger, but not at this point. We need to get some more money in the bank first, get us up into probably the Bundesliga maybe. Then we'll look at building that as soon as we get in there. Finances themselves, we have a wage budget now of 50,000. So I told them instead of finishing bottom half or whatever it would have been, I says I can give you a mid-table finish, and they give me an extra $7,000 a week, which is buzzing. So we've gone for that. Our committed spending at the moment is 42.5, so we've got roughly $8,000 left to play with, which is, as I say, I don't know if we'll do anything with that, but I might do. I'm not 100% sure. But at the moment, we're already in, I'm not going to say peril, but we're definitely spending more than we're earning, which isn't the best. But we'll go now into the game against St. Pauli, and we'll see what this audacious formation can do for us. I do still have the other 2 tactics trained, so if all goes tits up in this game, we can just roll back. Nice to see St. Pauli rolling with a 5-2-3 as well, which is similar to the one that we have been playing. We're not being completely bullied yet, but it's not the best. If they play a 3 up top, which they kind of are, it might be a little bit tricky for us. But Dashner, Bentali, Buchtman, also, and his shot goes just wide. 5 minutes left of the half now. There hasn't been any more warning signs, except the one that we just saw. What it does do, as I say, is allow us to get our wingers a little bit further forward, get some more crosses in regularly. That's what I'm going for. I am going to jump over to tactics because I've noticed that Thielsen is a little bit tired and booked. So we ideally don't want to see him getting sent off. Have I got someone that can play on that left side on the pitch? Not particularly. That's not the best. Little shuffle around. I've moved our right mid over to the left, dropped De Ville back to right mid, and then I've put Voltemade on for him, shuffled the strikers around so he's going to play the attacking role. Let me just check on footedness. Voltemade doesn't have a left foot, so we'll swap him and Davis around, I was going to try and say his surname again. Let's not do that. So we just passed the hour mark. We'll look at making a sub soon, but we'll see what comes from this attack. It seems that definitely it's one for St. Pauli. Parkada has a ball out on the right for them. Oh, and our player's just... Okay. Oh, okay. We definitely give away a penalty. Ref didn't fancy calling it. Calling it. Played on. And they scored anyway, which is disappointing. Let's make some subs. Maybe we'll drop back to one of the other formations. I don't know. I don't know whether to just crack on with it. It's quite good that they let the game play on. I don't know if it's actively or if they just refuse to give the penalty. We've gone for a slight tweak. We just dropped the wing backs back. It allowed Struer to go up, or Stura to go up onto the left wing back slot, because he can do that. Because he's quite fast and he's 6'3", which is always fun. We've brought Gunter back into centre mid, and I've pushed Avil back up to be the deep line forward. We've taken off Ikanauskas to allow for that. Free kick on the left side. It's put towards a near post, and Avil heads it over. So there's only 5 minutes of the game left. There is another highlight. It starts off with the St. Pauli goalkeeper. I don't know why I took this game to be the one where we start experimenting, because these are quite clearly a better team than us. I was under the impression that they'd been in the Bundesliga quite recently. Turns out it wasn't. It was about 11 years ago. But still, they're like an established Bundesliga 2 team. So considerably better than us. And most of the teams in the league. We'll just take that. We'll move on. We do have till the end of August to still make some tweaks and changes in the transfers. So I'll come back in September some point. I think this league has been skewed by the World Cup. I'm not sure whether I'll come back for Duisburg or Kaiserslautern. I'm not sure, but one of the two will definitely come back for those. And I'll give you another little update on transfers. If not a fat lot's happened, I may very well do both of them games. But yeah, not the best result, but a good start to the season. We'll crack on with our normal formations now, because we've gone for a ridiculous one. That's changed again. Very annoying. 2-1-4-3. That's just not a thing. We'll try it again. When we're one of the best teams in the division, we'll throw it on just for the lols and see if it does anything. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have done, if you could do me the favour of liking and subscribing, show your support on the channel. I know I mentioned it earlier, but I'm going to mention it again. We have some items over here for you to carry on watching, and thank you very much for your time.